Christ is risen from the dead, trampling down death by death, and upon those in the tombs bestowing life. Christ is risen, indeed he is risen. Christos voskreσε, faistinu voskreσε, Christos anesti, alaphos anesti. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. I'm Rita Lazar. Today is the 3rd of May as according to the old calendar. And we have 4 entries in the book, and then we have 1 unique entry in the group chat. So I will start off with Saint Eldwin, and he is from the 8th century, and this is his book entry. Saint Eldwin was an abbot of Partney in Lincolnshire, England. Nothing further is known about this saint. And on the group chat, or in the group chat I should phrase it as, Saint Eldwin of Partney, in St. Bede's Historia Ecclesiastica Gentis Anglorum. St. Eldwin is mentioned as abbot of Partney. According to Bede, he was the brother of St. Aethelwine, who became Bishop of Lindsey from around 680, and Aethelhild, abbess of a monastery nearby. Our second entry is St. Elwin, also known as Ethelwyn, and sometimes also referred as Aethelwyn. He is from the 8th century. He was the second bishop of Lindsey. This is his entry in the book first. He was the second bishop of Lindsey and a devoted friend of St. Egbert, who we commemorate back on the 24th of April. St. Elwin resigned his see at the beginning of the 8th century and accompanied St. Egbert to Ireland, reposing shortly thereafter. And the book entry is the second bishop of Lindsey and a devoted friend of St. Ecgbert. St. Elwin resigned his see at the beginning of the 8th century and accompanied St. Egbert to Ireland, reposing shortly after. Our next saint is St. Gluvius, also known as St. Glibis. St. Gluvius was a son of St. Gwenilwa, who was commemorated back on the 29th of March, King of Gwenilw in South Wales, and Gladys, who we commemorate also on the 29th of March, and a brother of St. Caddoc, who we commemorate on the 24th of January. He was also a grandson of St. King Brychan of Brychaniok, who we commemorate back on the 6th of April, and a nephew of St. Petroc, who is commemorated on the 4th of June. He founded a monastery in Cornwall, where there is a church dedicated to him, and his entry in the group chat also says, he was the eponymous founder king of Glywysing, a southern eastern Welsh kingdom in the 5th century. He was the father of St. Gwynelwy and St. Petroc, and the grandfather of St. Caddoc. St. Gwylwys is believed to have become a hermit in his later life and travelled to Cornwall, where he founded the church near Penryn. Our final saint in the book is St. Scannell. His entry in the book says, St. Scannell was a disciple of St. Columba of Ionia, who was commemorated on the 9th of June, and missionary in Salcoleraine in County Londonderry in Ireland. He is remarkable for his zeal and success in evangelization, and reposed circa AD 563. So there is a bonus saint in the group chat, which is St. Philip of Zell, or St. Philip of Worms, an Anglo-Saxon pilgrim, who returning from Rome settled as a hermit near Worms in present-day Rhineland-Palatinate, Germany. St. Philip reposed circa 770. May those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. I do feel like there was potentially a small error in the book then regarding the person that's like related to Saints Caddoc and the others, but Outside of that, it was a great read, of course. May those saints intercede for us before their righteous judge. I hope you all had a very wonderful day. Remember to go to church tomorrow and Sunday, if you have church tomorrow, that is. And I will see you all next time. God bless you all. Amen.